Hello everyone, and welcome to Buddha Zen Wisdom. We're thrilled to be here with you, guiding you every step of the way towards greater well-being. In today's video, we're diving deep into a very serious and often misunderstood topic, lung cancer. It's a topic that many of us might not want to think about, but understanding its symptoms, risks, and prevention strategies could save lives. Today, we're focusing not only on the common signs, but also on subtle changes in our bodies that might indicate something more serious. So, let's get started. Lung cancer is more than just a cough. Lung cancer is often referred to as the silent killer because its early symptoms can easily be overlooked or misinterpreted. For instance, when we think of lung cancer, the first thing that usually comes to mind is a persistent cough. But what many people don't realize is that lung cancer can show up in a variety of ways, often in parts of the body that have nothing to do with the lungs. Recognizing these signs early on can help detect the disease before it becomes more difficult to treat. Let me tell you a story about a man named Mark, who is an example of someone who never smoked, never lived in a polluted area, and was generally very health conscious. Mark was 48 years old, and one day he started feeling unusual pain in his legs. At first, it was just a mild discomfort, which he thought might be caused by overexertion. However, the pain continued to worsen, and soon it became unbearable. Mark, being an active and fit person, didn't think much of it and assumed it was something like arthritis or a joint issue. But when the pain kept growing and didn't seem to respond to any treatments, he started to get worried. After several visits to local clinics, he finally decided to go to a larger hospital for more in-depth testing. The results shocked him. The pain in his legs wasn't just from a common joint issue, it was an early sign of lung cancer. By the time the doctors caught it, the cancer had already progressed to the middle stages. Mark was devastated. He felt regretful that he hadn't paid attention to the signals his body had been giving him. If only I had known, he thought to himself, wishing he had taken his symptoms more seriously earlier on. Mark's story is an important reminder that lung cancer can often be silent in its early stages, hiding behind other seemingly harmless symptoms. So, let's now take a closer look at why some people who never smoke may still develop lung cancer and what might be contributing to it. Why do some people who never smoke develop lung cancer? It's commonly known that smoking is the leading cause of lung cancer. However, there are a number of other overlooked factors that could lead someone who doesn't smoke to develop this disease. Let's explore some of these hidden risks. 1. Secondhand smoke exposure. Many people believe that if they don't smoke, they're safe from lung cancer. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Studies show that exposure to secondhand smoke can be just as harmful as smoking directly. In the U.S. alone, over 7 million people are regularly exposed to secondhand smoke, which increases their risk of lung cancer. The toxic chemicals in cigarette smoke, such as nicotine, tar, and other harmful substances, can significantly damage the lungs and respiratory system. 2. Indoor air pollution. With the rapid growth of home renovations and interior design trends, we are using more materials that claim to be environmentally friendly and non-toxic. However, some of these materials may still release harmful chemicals into the air. For example, aromatic hydrocarbons and aldehydes, which are often present in paints, adhesives, and some building materials, can contribute to lung damage, especially in poorly ventilated spaces. 3. Cooking fumes. This one might surprise you. It turns out that cooking fumes, particularly those generated when frying foods, can be harmful to your lungs. Many women, especially in places where cooking is done over open flames or without an exhaust fan, are more likely to develop respiratory conditions like lung cancer. Fumes from frying can contain carcinogens that pose a risk to lung health, especially when exposure is constant and long-term. 4. Air pollution. While we often hear about outdoor air pollution from vehicles and industrial emissions, we sometimes overlook the fact that these pollutants can deeply penetrate the lungs. Harmful substances like sulfur dioxide, benzene, and fine particulate matter from vehicles and industrial activities are known to increase lung cancer risk. Over time, breathing polluted air can cause inflammation and tissue damage in the lungs, ultimately leading to cancer. Lung cancer isn't just about coughing. While a persistent cough is the most commonly recognized symptom of lung cancer, it's important to note that lung cancer can manifest in many other ways. There are several other symptoms that may indicate lung cancer, especially in its early stages. Recognizing these symptoms could make a big difference in the early detection and treatment of the disease. Here are 5 symptoms that should prompt you to seek a lung cancer screening. 1. Persistent cough. Of course, a persistent cough is one of the hallmark signs of lung cancer. However, the cough associated with lung cancer is often different from a typical cold or respiratory infection. It may start as a dry cough, and over time, it may worsen and produce blood. If your cough doesn't respond to typical treatments or persists for more than a few weeks, it's important to consider the possibility of lung cancer. 2. Chest or shoulder pain. Unexplained pain in the chest, back, or shoulders, especially if it worsens with deep breathing or coughing, may be an early sign of lung cancer. Some people mistakenly assume this pain is due to muscle strain or even neck problems, which can delay an accurate diagnosis. If you experience this type of pain, it's worth checking in with a healthcare professional to rule out any serious issues. 3. Shortness of breath. Have you noticed yourself getting out of breath more easily than usual? Maybe climbing stairs or walking longer distances leaves you winded. This could be a sign that lung cancer is affecting your airways or making it harder for your lungs to exchange oxygen. Don't dismiss this symptom, especially if it's persistent or sudden. 4. Low-grade fever. A persistent low-grade fever that doesn't go away might not be related to an infection. It could be an early sign of lung cancer, as the body responds to inflammation caused by the growth of cancer cells. If you experience a fever that worsens at night and doesn't respond to antibiotics, it's time to consider the possibility of lung cancer. 5. Swelling in the hands or feet. Another subtle sign of lung cancer is swelling in the hands or feet, particularly in the fingers, a condition called clubbing. This occurs when the tips of the fingers become enlarged and rounded, often due to a lack of oxygen in the blood. While it can be caused by other health conditions, clubbing is frequently seen in people with lung cancer. Who is at high risk for lung cancer? While anyone can develop lung cancer, certain individuals are at higher risk. If you belong to one of these groups, it's important to be proactive about lung cancer screenings and to be mindful of any symptoms that arise. 1. People over 50 years old. Age is a significant risk factor for lung cancer. If you are over the age of 50, you should be aware of the symptoms and consider regular checkups. Early detection is key. 2. Long-term smokers. 30+ years. The longer you've smoked, the higher your risk. If you've been smoking for more than 30 years, it's critical to talk to your healthcare provider about lung cancer screenings, even if you've quit smoking. 3. Secondhand smoke exposure. If you've been exposed to secondhand smoke for years, whether in your home or at work, you may be at an increased risk for lung cancer. 4. Family history of lung cancer or chronic lung diseases. A family history of lung cancer or chronic conditions like COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, may make you more susceptible. If these factors apply to you, make sure to talk to your doctor about getting screened. How to protect your lungs. Taking care of your lungs through healthy lifestyle choices is one of the best ways to reduce your risk of lung cancer. Here are some practical steps you can take to protect your lungs and improve overall lung health. 1. Drink more tea. Certain types of tea, such as herbal teas like dandelion root or licorice root, can help keep your lungs moist and support detoxification. Dandelion root, for instance, has anti-inflammatory properties that can help fight respiratory infections. 2. Eat more white foods. In traditional Chinese medicine, white foods like pears, white radish, and mushrooms are believed to promote lung health. Pears, for example, can help moisturize the lungs and soothe coughs, while mushrooms and radishes help clear lung heat and reduce inflammation. 3. Nutrient-rich foods. Foods rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, and protein are essential for maintaining healthy lungs. These nutrients help to repair and protect lung tissue, especially if you've been exposed to harmful substances like smoke or pollution. 4. Reduce toxins. If you smoke, the best thing you can do for your health is to quit. If you don't smoke, avoid exposure to secondhand smoke, and do your best to reduce your exposure to air pollution. Make sure your living space is well ventilated, especially if you've recently done any renovations. Final thoughts on preventing lung cancer. Lung cancer is a serious disease that often doesn't show typical symptoms until it has reached more advanced stages. However, early detection through regular screenings, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and staying alert to the signals your body is sending can make a huge difference. If you have any of the symptoms we've discussed today, don't hesitate to speak with your healthcare provider about getting checked. Taking small steps today can lead to a healthier future for your lungs and overall well-being. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope this video has been helpful and informative. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Remember, we are here to support you every day on your journey towards better health and happiness. Let's grow together, stay healthy, and live our best lives. Until next time, take care and be well.